What's up, Salom? Welcome to live, bro. Welcome to live. What's going on, bro? What you up to? What's good? That's good to hear, bro. It's good to hear. How was your weekend? What you do? What do you usually do on the weekends? Shalom, everybody. This is your brother Shema with the Ancient Watchman. Welcome to Monday Night Smoke. Gather around, gather around. All right. It depends, bro. Sometimes I get to work on Saturdays. Right now, it's pretty slow, but I don't know. It depends. But other than that, I'm just at home, bro, chilling. Usually I be editing some videos, so on and so forth. Saya, what do you mean? Shalom, bro. What's going on, bro? What is the deal? What's going on with them brothers? Yeah, what's going on, bro? What's going on with full? What they say? Because we usually know how they feel about us, about the Ancient Watchmen. Click on the link, bro. Click on the link. Welcome to live, bro. I'm just gonna wait for more brothers to join in, and then we're gonna get started. But I think Jose Vega is gonna do like a breakdown on Second Ezra chapter 13. We're gonna obviously we've shown the ships spoken up in Second Ezra 13 regarding the Northern Kingdom tribes that arrived on the side of the world in the year 722 BC. So I don't know.
Yo,
What's up, Saya?
not much. I guess we going in on Foki now because they put some Canaanite in their group. because they did their little debate league. So I guess they probably got mad. Now, they going in
Mhm.
on Judah. So I guess we finna go at it with them. So
What, you guys gonna go live today or what?
yeah, Judah live right now.
Right. Yeah, we might check you guys out. We're gonna do like a small class on Second Ezra 13 because you got a lot of these brothers saying that there's no ships mentioned in Second Ezra 13, which is a complete lie. You know. So we're gonna
Yeah,
just kind of give a short, quick understanding, and then if no brothers join in, we might chill over there, hang out with you guys and stuff. See what you guys have to say.
yeah, that's because people don't read the scripture. Shit, Solomon had fleets, but
Right.
but yeah,
Exactly.
nah, yeah, nah. I guess they didn't like the fact that we was calling them Canaanites and stuff like that. So
Right. Yeah, and the funny thing about that, bro, is that you guys call them canonized, and it's fine. It's like it's fine between you all, but when we use the word Canaan, all of a sudden it's like we're racist, or they feel some other way, some type of way, just because it's coming from so-called Hispanics. But since you guys say like you got Judah Natsar, he's always saying it. It's like there's Canaanites amongst us, and he's been saying it a lot of times. So you know, it's like double standard, like Jose
yeah,
Vega was saying.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. We probably got to, y'all probably just got to come on and talk or whatever, and figure some stuff out because we need to separate the real from the fake because we got to
That's
get.
exactly what we've been doing, bro. In the spirit of the Most High, that's exactly what we've been doing, bro. And we've been doing it, and people don't like it because it's coming from us. We've been doing the
Yeah,
the, the testing of the spirits, bro. And since we are the ones doing it, like obviously I'm not a so-called Negro myself. I'm not African American or whatever the like. I'm not from the diaspora of the 1600s. So since I'm not, part of that group, and we're saying such things, bro, it's like, well, how dare he, a Spaniard or mestizo, like them brothers be saying. So it's like, okay, well, since you guys are saying it, then there's no issue, there's no problem there. So
yeah. I think this might have happened for a reason. I think it's a wake up call. I think people starting to see like, oh, okay, it may be better received now because all of these things is going on. So it's kind of like maybe the Most High, and His Spirit exposing stuff.
it is, bro. I mean, I don't know if you ever read the book of Susanna. You ever read that or no?
No.
Yeah, well, in the book of Susanna, like during the times of Daniel, there was like a council, a crafty council against one of the sons of Manasseh. I think he was a Judite, and his name was Manasseh. And his wife, you have a lot of some priests and some Judahites within the priesthood trying to pass us, one of the tribes. Come to find out that he was a Canaanite. So yeah, there's Canaanites amongst us, but regardless if brothers don't like it or not. So
No, I hear
yeah,
you, bro. I think it's all coming to light, and I think it'll probably be a difference and stuff, and it probably be better received. But I mean, whenever y'all do get a chance, you probably hit up Judah and then jump on and do like a live stream with him and see if we get to the bottom. Because these wannabe, these fake Canaanites, like how you have a Amen Ra dude in your camp, like that's crazy. Like that's not a good look. But like I said, it's time for those of us who believe in the Most High to start standing together and get on these people because understand we have our little issues or whatever that can be sorted out, but yeah, these other yeah they gotta go. But but yeah, I was just coming by to see like if y'all wanted to you know come on over there, because we was trying to start banding together, try to show some unity and get these Canaanites up out of here. And these people that say they believe in the scriptures but don't. But yeah, but Jose, I'm finna jump back over there. But you probably come on, bro. Chat about we talking about you ran from the debate. You know, we know you didn't run.
I can't really hear you. What you said?
I said no. I said probably when you get the chance, you probably come up over there. You know, because dude tried to say you ran from the debate, but we know you didn't run. So
What are you talking about? Judas channel?
what would you say?
You talking about on Judas channel? I don't know if Rose can hear me.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound kind of choppy though a little bit.
Yeah, my bad. Said I'm on my phone. Yeah, I was just saying like dude tried to say you ran from the debate with Yavin. So I was just like, nah, bro, he didn't
The
run.
what?
It's just that dude insulted him there. So he just said, fuck you. I mean, anybody would say that.
Yeah, I can't hear you. You got choppy at the end there. You said something about Yavin. What about him?
He said you ran from the debate.
Yeah, what about it? What about that debate or the preliminary?
He said you ran from.
The what?
Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and come back in.
All right. What's going on? What happened to Yash? What he with? Hootie hoo! What's that? Is is what's going on? What happened to Ayash? He said y'all warring with folk. Folk is a joke. Folk is a joke. Let me see.
Safety pin chest ass leader Quanah, the goddamn Hamite. Okay? This is between me, this nigga, and his fuck nigga boss. Nobody else. Don't bring nobody else into it. Okay? Why should I bring everybody else into it? Ain't no one talking crazy about Tahuti. Tahuti is a self-professed sorcerer witch who believes in the natures of bomb.
Oh, there you are. All right.
Hey man, sorry, bro. What's going on with Phobe? Do you hear anything or no?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering.
Right.
I know Judenaz went on Quana and Jeremiah Judah, I believe, yesterday or something like that.
Yeah, he needs to make up his mind, bro. Because last time I checked, um, Judah was going off on him like 2 months ago, and it's like, well, I'm down with the debate league. I'm down with like being part of the judges and all these other things, bro. And like now you're back, going back to what the same vomit, bro. It's like
With
you
Jeremiah
know,
Judah.
yeah, with JJ 7000, like they, I don't know. Remember, like supposedly he was their champion and stuff, right? And then later on, I guess he debated again with someone else, and he got his Judah got his ass
Yeah.
beat, right?
Mhm.
Remember that when he was exposed with temple knowledge and all that stuff.
Yeah, what you talking about with Tahuti?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then he took the L, and all of a sudden, like obviously he took the L. Everybody knows. So he got upset to with JJ and the judges, and it's like, well, I'm done with debate leagues and da da da. Da.
Yeah.
I don't get it, bro.
Yeah, I think they were talking about it yesterday or something like that. But the brother Zion was asking me a question. He said, nah, he said you ran from the debate, but we know you didn't. But I think we should come together and get these Canaanites. Well, we've been getting at these folk guys for years, and they all been running from us. And every time,
Right. That's why they're not here, bro.
yeah, no, every time we get on I get on a platform with them, they always disrespect me and shit. But whatever.
They do. They do, and that's all they do. That's their scapegoat, bro. That's their
Yeah,
scapegoat. Like, they can't
bro.
deal
They
with
said,
the information.
bro, I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna make a freaking clip of everything, bro. We'll make a clip of everything. You're gonna see JJ saying the same exact thing as Quinaz said in the preliminary. Oh, why are you guys giving these guys your platform? And like, bro, you guys invite us to these things. We don't go. Oh, can we be on your show? Please, can we get on the line? Man, we don't be begging or asking for nothing, man. Y'all
Right.
clowns.
As a matter of fact, weren't you and I part of the Lions Den group, which had like 100 members there? Remember the chat group?
That shit was trash, bro. They had to kicking us out, like kick me out of that shit like six, seven
They
times.
invite us, right? They invite us, and then like whenever we go at them and debate, whatever it is that they want to debate about or talk about,
They
and then
kick
we
us
bring
out.
out the facts or whatever they like, and then they get upset. It's like, well, you see, just take them out, bro. I got screenshots on that, bro.
Yeah, they always crying and complaining because at the end of the day, we call them out for what it is. It's like, yo, you guys are anti-scripture. You guys use everything but the scriptures to talk shit. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh, you guys are this. You guys are the Clovis people who lived 18,000 years. I was like, all right,
Remember
well,
that?
yeah, show us in the Torah. The Torah. We're just saying that you guys can't even be there. Man, shut up, then, man. If you ain't gonna be quoting no damn scriptures, man.
Right, exactly, bro, exactly. It's like that weak ass Clovis people argument is garbage. It's so debunkable, bro. Remember when I was debunking it and like JJ 7000 just completely lost his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same thing he says. Oh, yeah, but to answer Zaya, if he's still listening, I was like, we all know I don't run from debates, but at the end of the day, they did the same thing that they always do. I was interrupted, I was disrespected. They went on a slander campaign right then and there, and then even after I left, Cornell basically said that basically called me a strawberry picker or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Uh, we all know what that means, but whatever. So yeah,
right.
I decided not to do the debate on the Lions Den because the Lions Den is just trash, bro, and they just uh showed me another reason why I should have just stuck to my guns and not even stepped on this platform.
Yeah, yeah, man. So I was watching the the breakdown on second address from the Sikari camp, bro, and there was some things that he was saying that is completely not true. So I want to address like just a few points on that one, and then I don't know. Are you gonna do your second Ezra 13 or no?
No, I don't really care. I'm kind of tired, to tell you the truth, bro. I was like
Yeah.
pretty lazy.
What are you tired about? Life,
I'm tired. Yeah, I've just been working.
right?
I've just been laying in bed. My freaking back's been hurting a little bit, so I've just been trying to rest up.
Yeah, man. Well, if you wanna get up, that's fine, bro. I think I'm just gonna speak on this video that Sikari did, bro, and then we're gonna call it a night. I mean, no brothers ever wanna come on, bro. None of these Hamites ever wanna come to the platform, and if they're the tribe of Judah, if they're the chosen seed, and they have all this wisdom given to them by the Messiah back in the 1600s, right? And then they're the chosen seed. Well, what is it to be afraid of? Why can't they be why can't they be here?
because
Why they always running, bro? I don't understand. Like, I mean,
because
look at our group. Well, we're a small group, bro. We're just, according to them, we're nobodies, right? And yet, for some reason, they be running from us, or you know, I don't understand. So, you know, what is the deal?
yeah, I know Judah Nazareth is on right now. Also, I guess they're saying that he's going on them again or something. Is
Yeah.
that what you were talking? What were you talking to Zaya about? I didn't even get a chance to see it.
No, he said they were there. There's like they were like asking us to go over there. Basically, Saya was saying like, you guys want to come over here and help us out and whatever they like. But I mean, what is the purpose of that, bro? Because at the end of the day, you can go over there. That's fine. I can go over there. That's fine. But what are they gonna say? Oh, here we come. Here comes the mestizos or the Latino onlys, bro, or some other shit, bro. It's like these never ends, bro. It's like we go in circles every time with them, bro.
Hmm.
Like, what do we gain from it? At the end of the day, like they still gotta are going to deny the scriptures. They're still gonna deny the facts. They're still gonna deny a lot of things, bro.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, like you were talking about body parts. You know what I'm saying? The eyes, the head, the arms. You know, they have their own function, and we have our own function, and that's just it. That's just what it is.
yeah, yeah, man. And it's like it's not just you and I, bro. It's like more. I know more brothers are going in there. You know, Jeremiah's and all the brothers, bro. But it's like at the end of the day, we just have to like build ourselves up. Just like the book of Nehemiah. You remember when we were rebuilding the walls of Jerusalem? That's exactly our mind. That should be our mindset, bro. Just build ourselves up. Anybody else want to help us out, and we know who they are, or we test their spirits, and bro, and they're not Shem or whatever they like. I'm like, no, bro, we're good. We don't need your help. We're just gonna do this ourselves, and that's gonna be it. So, I still don't understand why is the whole point of Latinos and natives clinging to these false doctrines, bro. At this point, bro, I just hope that one day soon enough, um, a lot of these leaders from One West realize about Latinos and natives and just kick them all out, bro. Every single one of them. That's what I pray for. I pray that day comes, bro, when all Latinos and natives get kicked out from all the camps of One West, so that our people can actually learn the hard way, bro. Because that's the only way our people are gonna learn. And that's literally what I've been prophesying, literally, bro, with a lot of brothers. Bro, you wanna, when we go, back and forth with them on the boards, like, bro, such and such and such. These are the facts. These are the scriptures, so on and so forth. No, you guys are going off. You guys hate Negroes. You hate the tribe of Judah. I'm like, how is the tribe of Judah? Okay, well, if you don't want to learn the easy way, we're gonna have to learn the hard way now. So, and that's exactly what's been going on, bro, with a lot of brothers since the start. So
Yep. Even with our, like you said, yep. Even with our own people, you know what I'm saying? They want to stick up for their 12 tribe chart, and then when you show them, their flaws in in their doctrine, and it's just name calling. It's like, oh, you're an idiot. Oh, you're stupid. I'm like, how
yeah,
about because you could basically they can't defend their stance. They can't defend their doctrine. That's all it basically comes down to. That's why I told I'll be telling brothers that when you run into brothers like that, man, just dust your feet, man. 'Cause at the end of the day, if your own brother don't want to listen to what you have to say, then what's the point? It's not like
right,
we're making fun of them or not. We're not even making fun of them. They'll post a scripture and be like, see, look, blah, blah, blah. But then when you combat it and just keep and you have brothers and brothers combating it, and it's not even resonating in them, and then they start just name calling. It's just like, yo, just dust your feet, man. They're at the end of the day,
Yeah.
they're just mad because they posted something, got easily debunked by multiple whatever scriptures, sources, whatever the case may be, and they're just mad about it. So it's just like, to them, it's not even about information anymore. It's about, oh my god, these guys embarrassed me. Fuck them.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, bro, exactly. And it's like whenever we cut them with various scriptures, facts, archaeology, whatever they like, all they can do is like, remember, I think you saw when I was going back and forth with one of the Sicaric dudes, members, so-called Hispanic, and all he tried to do to try to debunk what I said or try to go against what I said and made a statement scripturally. He's like, he went ahead to and check out my page and grabbed one of my posts that I made about alchemy, bro. And and that these dudes don't even understand what even alchemy means. What is alchemy means, right? So for them to grab a post that they don't even understand what I'm actually talking about and try to slander me with that as a form to counterattack what I just said, it's just nonsense. It's like you can't attack the facts. So instead, you go ahead and try to slander my name with the post that I made that you don't understand. Instead of actually asking questions like, what do you mean by alchemy? Can you explain that to us? Like, what are you saying? Are you teaching new age shit or witchcraft, or what is it? What is alchemy to you? It's like brothers don't even understand what they're even slandering me about. So it's like when are the mind games are gonna end? When is the aboutisms going to end, bro? You know?
yep. The same thing with that brother Puar. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to say something about you, and then they were basically tagging me saying, "Oh, what do you think about this? Why is he saying this?" And I'm like, yo, why don't I just be a man and talk to Shamar or go to our show and talk to him about it? Like, what the hell are y'all tagging me? Well, just answer the question. Do you feel the same way? I'm like, listen, I know what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to play games. I know the games y'all play. You want me to answer, so it don't matter what I answer, you're gonna still try to find some way to talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I say yes, you'd be like, oh look, oh you going against Shamar, then you going against some more. Or if I would have said no, then it would be like, which I actually did, and they was like, um, oh, but but you still associate with him. I'm like, so what the fuck did you ask me to answer it if you were gonna if I told you in the beginning that y'all was gonna
Right.
if I answer it and then I finally answer it and look, y'all did exactly what I said, play games.
Bro, it's like it's a bunch of toxicity, bro. It's like a mental, spiritual toxicity. It's like a toxic stuff, bro. It's like spiritual toxicity, bro. It's like, again, going back to my statement earlier, it's never ending, bro. It's like they always want to find some fault, bro. Always want to, especially like these Torah onlys that you're talking about. They always want to find some fault with the ancient watch, and especially with me, bro. Because I'd be talking about just weird stuff that maybe brothers from the outside looking in, it just looks weird. It's like, well, what is he believing then? And so a lot of brothers should know that I don't subscribe to the name Yahweh. That's, to me, according to the book of Hosea chapter 2, I believe it says that there's gonna come a day when the names that we use to call on the Most High are completely gonna be erased. Why? Because a lot of these names that we be using today, they have been used by a lot of witches, by a lot of the Masons, by the Illuminati, by satanic groups and whatever they like to do spells and whatever they like. So a lot of these names are just titles at the end of the day. Because you mean to tell me that the name of the Most High is, oh, I am that I am, or like, what's his name, Yahweh? What does it mean? He is that he is. Oh, I am that I am, right? He is that he is. Either is the same thing. Yahweh means he is that he is. Well, Ahaya is what? I am that I am. So one is referring to the first person, and the other one is referring to the third person and stuff. So, but even so, those names, they're just titles. Again, going back to the statement earlier, I said many times, or I made many times, when you call on your father and your mother, you never call them by the first name. You always call them what? Father or mother. right? Or dad or mom, right? Why? Because it's a form of respect. So now, we read in the book of Revelations. As a matter of fact, let me read that for brothers that are watching. Shalom, everybody. Welcome to live. Ben Cuevas, Daniel, Diana, Jeremiah, everybody else, welcome to live once again. We don't have a class, but um, let me just show you what I'm talking about, right? Because a lot of brothers and sisters, get lost, bro. They get lost in the name, brother. It's the name, brother, the name, bro. At the end of the day, we knew the name back in ancient times. What happened? Our people were wicked as hell. Even the righteous seed call on the name of the Messiah, and go what happened to them? They even went into slavery, regardless if they knew the name or not, regardless if they call on the Most High, Yahweh or Ahaya or whatever else name you want to use, right? They still went into slavery, even the righteous seed. Greatest example is Daniel, the prophet, Judah, the Judite brother, Daniel and the other brothers that went into slavery under Babylon. Were they not righteous? They were righteous. Yet they still fell on the slavery. So
Yeah, what was I about to say? Yo, another thing that Pua was trying to say. Oh yeah, he was basically saying, oh, and not only did Shamar say it, but I even heard you say it too, right? So, like I said, after I answered all that stuff, right? So I asked him, well, prove where I've ever said it, right? So after I answered him, he was like, well, thank you for finally answering me. And I was like, well, now answer me. When did I ever say it? And then he finally said, oh, I don't have any evidence of you writing it down or blah, 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 blah. So I don't have that, but I know that you said it, and I have witnesses that say you said it.
yeah,
I was like,
bro, and
bring him on.
yeah,
But of course, he couldn't tackle because he's lying. But
right.
at first he said he has proof that I said it. It's like as if he had like a text or a video that he could show something, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Right.
bro, you lied, or just apologize. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but yeah, they're Torah followers, man. It's just sad.
Right. Can you hear me, bro? No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. What you're saying is true, and it's the same thing that remember Brother Saya when he came on and made a statement saying, "Oh, well, you guys are saying that all Negroes are canonized." And like, wait a minute, when did we make that statement?
Oh, was I?
And remember that?
Yeah, was I said it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then we ask him like, prove that. Okay, well, let me see. I have the screenshot here. Like, okay, fine, cool. We'll wait. What did he do? He went and checked and double checked, and he realized that that wasn't true. We never made that statement ever. As a matter of fact, we've never made it, even up until this day.
Hey, at
So
least
that goes to show you, bro.
At
Yeah,
least
that yeah, that shows, bro. That shows that many brothers are making such statements, such as Latino only, or Ayash and Jose Vega. They hate Negroes to the point that they want them dead, which is false, right? So imagine, if they were here addressing us right now, we would ask them the same thing and ask them to prove that. Obviously, none of them have that proof, which makes them liars, which makes them, breaking the Torah, bearing false witness against thy neighbor, and all sort of things. So, but Saya, in his honesty, he literally confessed, like, well, no, my bad. I apologize. I don't have that evidence, and I don't think you guys ever said that. That's just one of the brothers out of many, bro.
Yeah, that's what
Such statements like that, and it's not true. And yet people.
No, I'm
Go
saying, and that's exactly what we talk about all the time about judging and righteousness. And that's why I keep telling Judah every time I'm on this channel. I was like, yo, if anything, just be a righteous judge, bro. Because in all honesty, I think that maybe Judah might be bipolar. Like, I don't know. Like one day he'll be for people or for the people, and then another day he against, and then it's like then he try to put people against each other, and I don't know, man. I think he might be bipolar or something. It's just I don't know, man. There's something weird.
I don't know, man. I think he's getting to that age that he needs to step down from teaching, because, I mean, that's basically what Torah says. After 50 years, you got to step down, like, come down, let other generations come forth in wisdom and knowledge and teach.
Yeah,
You know,
I believe he's only 45 though. He'll tell you that.
he's got 5 more years in, and
Yeah.
we're gonna see if they're about Torah, because Torah onlys are supposed to step down after 50 years. They can't exercise the office of being in the temple and whatever the like. You know, you got to step down. Well, we're gonna see in 5 years, most I willing, if we're still alive here, most I willing, we're gonna see if they abide by Torah alone, like they claim to abide by, right?
Hmm. Yeah, but the sister, what was it, Deanna? So
Uh-huh.
she made an interesting post today. You know, what I'm saying, talking about how when you first get into this truth, you thinking that you're gonna build brotherhood and meet everybody, just meet people with love and look at this always turn. Look what it turned to. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, isn't that what you got into this truth for? That's what I got. I thought it was gonna be like better. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
should just go back. I feel like I was being more loved and less racist, whatever the case may be. Back when I was freaking selling drugs and shit. Like I might as well go back to doing what I was doing in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that not that that's what Jose Vega wants. Not he's not saying that, because I'm pretty sure brothers are gonna make a little clip of what Jose Vega just said. Is like, you see, Jose Vega wants to go do drugs again,
so
but
be a drug dealer.
right, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna grab a little clip and you see what the ancient watchmen are doing? They're trying to go back to do drugs. But no, I hear you out, bro. I understand what Diana was saying, because she's not the only person that has what would you call it? Um what would you call it? The only person that has man, what is the word? Express, yeah. She you there, bro? No.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we're talking about it. She's like the one that expresses those type of feelings, right? Yeah, I guess he couldn't hear me, but yeah, no, Ash is right. They'll probably would try to cut that out and put it on a video. Look at Vic and say he wants to quit the truth and go back to his old life of selling drugs. I'm like, come on, man. We all know what I meant by that, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, like regardless, we were back in the world, we felt more loved, right? Because we had our friends, we had our family, we were celebrating all these wicked holidays together, you know what I'm saying? And now that you stopped, because you feel like you're gonna build brotherhoods with other people and stuff like that, or just build brotherhood with people, who believe in the Most High Christ. And this turns out is this war, right? That's what you guys feel like. Like we're at war. We're always at war. We're always defending ourselves. We're always defending ourselves. Well, think about
Yeah.
this. Like, how do you think the the disciples felt when they went around preaching the gospel? You know that out of the 12 disciples, only one of them died a natural death. The other ones died, they were killed off, either thrown off a cliff, crucified upside down,
Stoned.
stoned. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were really about that life. You know what I'm saying? And Christ tells you that. You know what I'm saying? He say, hey man, if you're for me, you're going to be hated by the world. You know what I'm saying? Because the world hated me first. So that's just something that comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? This is why we do what we do, because people say, oh, Vega, you're like a lion because you go you go on all these platforms, right? Because what I'm saying, once you feel like you're so strong in the word, and you feel like a lion, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you can go on any platform and be like, all right, well, if we're talking about the word of the Most High, I'm here to defend it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of any man-made doctrine. You know what I'm saying? That's why
Yeah.
a lot of people just don't like me because of that. They'd be like, oh, Jose, you're too mean to people, or whatever the case would be. It's like, no, it's not being mean. But if you're adding or lying on the word, I'm going to call you out and I'm going to chop your head off with the sword. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's like when I did with Yavin in our preliminary. Like he everybody heard him in the beginning. He said, we're gonna find out today who adds and takes away from the word, right? That was exact things that came out of his mouth. We're gonna see who adds and takes away from the word. But then when I asked him about Noah being white, right? Noah being white, he was adding to the word. He said he had he was an albino. He had albinism. When I was like, all right, well, show me in the word where he was an albino or albinism. Uh, yeah, it's in the word and it's in my notes, right? But then when I asked him again, then he finally admitted, oh no, it doesn't actually say it, right? Okay, so you were planning to add to the word to take away from the word. Like
Yeah.
I've caught him like so many. Like most people I talk to, I catch them in so many, just adding words, adding their just man-made things. Oh, this says this, and I'm like, all right, because I know what you're talking about. Pull the scripture. You know why I do that? Because I know it's not there. You know what I'm saying? And people hate when I do that. It's
Yeah.
like they choose your words wisely. Because you know what? Everything I say is biblical. You know what I'm saying? Like when Quina try to say, oh, you say that you hate Negroes and you wanted to have every man, woman, and child killed and everything, right? And I, in my head, I was thinking, I was like, well, technically, what you're accusing me of, you're quoting scripture yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I even told them, I was like, yo, I was like, you over here trying to paint a picture like as if I hate so-called Negroes. I was like, well, what you're talking about and what you're accusing me about, most likely you was hearing me reading Deuteronomy 20. That's what you were hearing me doing, because everything you said was from Deuteronomy 20.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I told him, I was like, yo, most things I say ain't biblical. Oh, why you call black people Canaanite dogs? I was like, well, Christ called a Greek woman and a Canaanite woman a dog. And you know what? And in both of those stories, those women acknowledged that they were dogs. That's the difference
Yeah.
between the humbleness between those women and Jeremiah, Judah, Quinath, and Daquan. And then when I call them Canaanite dogs, the difference is at least those women humble themselves, knowing that they're dogs. They don't.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's also why that Canaanite woman was offered a miracle, bro, because she humbled down, it's a two-part aspect to that story in the New Testament when it talks about the Christ did a miracle for that Canaanite woman. It's like, why, if the Canaanites are so cursed, why did Christ do a miracle for that woman? Well, first of all, it's two aspects to that. It's a two-way answer. One is because she humbled herself down. One, two is because Christ did a miracle to that Canaanite woman in order to move our people to jealousy, just like it's prophesied that was going to happen. So that's why. Not that the Canaanites are now the chosen seed or part of the chosen seed. No, it was just an example to move the tribes over there, the southern kingdom back in those days, to move them to jealousy. It's like, well, how dare, if Christ made a statement saying, well, this bread is for the children, not for the dogs. And the Canaanite woman's answer was, well, even dogs eat all the crumbs that fall from the master's table. Like you said, she acknowledged that she was a dog. So, but yeah, man.
And also because Christ had compassion. That's because people don't even understand that, right? Because the story that Shamar is talking about, right? In the very beginning, that same Canaanite woman first went to the disciples, and what did the disciples do? They
Kicked her
all
out.
ignored her. They ignored her, right? And she
Yeah.
kept bugging them, to finally, she asked Christ, and even Christ. And the people want to talk about this, but even Christ ignored her. He ignored her, right? But she kept on and kept begging and begging, and then he finally answered her. And he gave her the parable of don't. Uh, she said, she responded, doesn't a dog eat off the crumbs from the table? Which Christ thought was very, witty, and he like he said, he saw how humble this woman was. But later on, right, they end up going up to like a little mountain, whatever, and the multitude followed him, right? and Christ was healing the Gentiles that day. People don't want to talk about this. He was healing the Gentiles. But notice, I believe later on, Christ even calls down his disciples. You know why? Because Christ had to explain why he was doing what he was doing, right? And the simple answer was because he had compassion on the multitude that day. That was all. He had compassion, and he had to explain to his disciples why he even healed the Canaanite woman's daughter. Because remember, at first they were all ignoring them, right? Why? Because Christ even told you, yo, this bread is not for you. This bread is for the children. It would have made him look like a hypocrite, right? So that's why Christ even had to explain himself to the disciples and say, hey, man, I have compassion on the multitude today. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah, yeah. I guess that will be like the aspect, the third aspect of why Christ did what he did too. But going back to what I was saying too, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 21, it says, "They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God, to jealousy with those which are not a people." You see, I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. You see, so who is this foolish nation that the Mosai sort of quote unquote chose and gave our statutes and commandments, just like we read in Second Ezra chapter 2. So it's right there too. So that what Jose Vega is also true. So I would say like three aspects of that passage in Matthew 15. But I don't know, Jeremiah. That's it's gonna be up to Jose Vega. Uh, Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Anybody has any questions, bro? Anybody wants to speak their piece? Anybody that's a camp member that's watching in the background? Monday is Monday Night Smoke, so you wanna debate that cause or uh, share some information or challenge what we teach, challenge some of our videos. I don't know. I hear a lot of brothers watching our videos, but you know they keep complaining that we're going on, but yet I don't see no debunking videos about any of our classes that we've made and videos and lives and podcasts, bro.
Except by Fopi. They're obsessed with us. And it's funny, like I said, I remember telling you a few months ago. Remember, I was like, look at Fope. If you just type in like Ancient Watchmen, like literally 16 Fope videos pop up of talking crap about me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then they have the audacity that when we go on these platforms, like, oh, you guys can't live without us, without talking about us. I was like, no, obviously, how is that possible when you guys constantly made like 16 videos of me? And I know it's folk that did it, that made the fake Instagram and Facebook page about me. Remember?
yep, yeah, bro. Most likely.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah, it's not most likely. I know it has to be folk because no one. I know the camp are not like dumb enough or to stoop that low. You know what I'm saying? That's something
Yeah.
that folk would do. You know what I'm saying? Like one
Yeah,
of the
something desperate. They're so desperate, bro, to try to demonize us. Basically, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to demonize us to make us seem, in the eyes of everybody, as like the racist group, bro. Like they want the ancient watchmen to be like the racist group, which we're not, because we've never used N words or racial slurs against nobody. As a matter of fact, so. But let me see, brother Daniel. It's Mark 7:26. Uh, well,
that's that's about that's about the Greek one, the Greek woman when Christ calls her a dog. Also,
yeah, because even in Matthew 15:21, it says, then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon, and behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast. So, um, right there. But yeah, man. So going back to what I was saying earlier about the name, right? The doctrine of the name. I just want to show you guys this real quick, and you guys can, you know, research more or pray for more understanding. But this is what I got. Book of Hosea, chapter 2, verse 16. It says, and it shall be at that day, saith the Lord, right? That thou shalt call me Ishi, and shall call me no more Baali. For I will take away the names of Baalim out of her mouth, and they shall no more be remembered by their name. So obviously, like back in the day, our people were calling onto the gods of Canaan, right? Now, now I'm going to make this statement real quick, and I don't know if anybody that's watching in here, bro, can maybe elaborate or maybe try to correct me or not. But according to what I've been researching, bro, I think that the so-called language of the so-called Hebrew that we're kind of learning right now, the so-called Paleo Hebrew, I don't think that's our language, bro. I think that's the language of Canaan. Because when you brothers research, right, for example, the name of El, the word El, or the Alahayim, or the word El, right, El, which means God. Well, that word El, it is a Shemitic language to mean God or Lord, but that's always referring, actually, always referring to the God of Canaan. Now we know that back in the day, our people, when we came into the land of Canaan, we absorbed their customs and learned their ways and so on and so forth. So according to my research, and I'm probably gonna do like a lesson some other day, but not now. But according to my research, bro, I think the language of the Paleo Hebrew is not our language. Our language has always been Syriac, what is it called? Syriac, um, uh, Aramaic Syriac. It's basically that's our language, bro. Our language, I don't think our language is Paleo Hebrew at all. The Paleo Hebrew is a language that we acquired when we came into the land of Canaan, and we learned their customs and their ways and sacrifice our children and all those other things. And we took on the names of their gods. That's why we always use the name El for the name of God. So that's a statement I wanted to make. But eventually, I'm gonna do a lesson, and I'm gonna go in depth on that, and we'll decide if we're wrong or right. But so yeah, so the names that we're calling onto the name of the Most High are gonna be taken away. When that's the question, right? Well, when we go back into the book of Revelations, it gives you the when, it gives you the timeline on when that's gonna cease to exist. Because even today, right, in Revelation chapter 3, verse 12, it says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my God, which is the new Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my God. And I will write upon him my new name. So there's literally going to be a new name that we can call onto the Most High. Why? Because all these other names that we are using today, they have been used by heathens and witches and warlocks and masons and the Illuminati and Satan's groups, like the Satanic Church and all them dudes over there. So we're gonna have um, a new name for the Most High, according to Revelation chapter 3, verse 12. So that's why I don't make a big deal about the so-called names that many people are using today. Because a lot of people are using the name of Ahaya, Asher Ahaya. Some people are using Yahweh. Some people are using, just the Mosai. I usually use the Mosai only, like just the Mosai. Or I use what Christ used, which is Father, which is Abba, right? That's what Christ used when he was talking to the Father. He always referred to him as what? Abba, all the time, all throughout the Gospels, bro. Especially in the book of John, bro. Well, my father told me this. My father told me to give you this. I heard from the Father. The Father is the one that sent me. So he's always referring to the Most High as his Father, as a form of respect. So Yeah, yeah. So that's also a good scripture, bro. Yeah, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and as he said, were many crowns, and he had name written that no man knew but he himself. Right. So there's gonna be a new name, bro, according to Revelation chapter 3, verse 12. So um, yeah, that's why you got a lot of these dudes from the Old Testament Israelites or groups, Torah only groups, uh, trying to slander my name because I don't use the name of Yahweh. I'm not stuck in the names like, oh, the name. We gotta call the name Yahweh, Yahweh. Like, no, bro. The most we're gonna be given a new name. So for us to even using defiled titles, because the whole Ahaya, Asher Ahaya, Yahweh, they're all titles. That's not even the name of the Most High, bro. That you mean to tell me that? Oh, what is your name, God? Well, my name is I exist. When he made that, when he gave us that name, he was literally saying that. What do you need a name for? I exist. I am all that there is. That's basically what he's saying. When Moses asked him, like, well, if the Israelites ask me, who sent you? Like, what is the name that I'm gonna tell them that about you? What is your name? What am I supposed to tell them your name is? What did the Mosai say? Well, what do you mean? Well, that's what the Mosai was saying. What do you mean? What are you supposed to tell them? Tell them that I am that I am. Tell them that I exist. Like I'm throughout the existence. I'm throughout all creation itself. I'm there. Everywhere you look, I'm there. The mathematics, the engineer of the Mosai of the Alahayim is there. Everything that you see at a molecular level, it's all there, bro. So for brothers to completely lose their minds about the name, well, the Mosai clearly said, well, what do they need a name for? I am that I am. I exist. Yahweh means he that exists. He that exists. So I've never heard nobody on this planet or any other gods on the planet, like demigods and gods, minor gods for that matter, uh, with names such as, oh, well, I am that I am, or I exist. No god's name is I exist, bro. Those are titles. So brothers are losing their minds with these titles of the Most High. The Most High has many titles, bro. Christ has many titles. Emmanuel, Messiah, Hamashiach, right? Savior, Joshua, or Yahshua, or Yahusha, however you want to call them. That's a title. Those are titles for the King, for the Christ. Messiah is not his name. Jesus is not his name. Yahusha is not his name. Yahshua is not his name. Those are titles, bro. Looking into the Hebrew, it just means Savior. Emmanuel, God is with us. Messiah or Hamashiach, the Messiah or the Anointed One. Titles. Yahweh, a title. Ahaya, another title. Why? Because again, I'm gonna read it again. Revelations 3:12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my God and the name of the city of my God, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of the heaven from my God, and I will write upon him my new name. So right there, the new name. Yet, you got brothers and sisters fighting, literally trying to kill each other out because of a name, a title. So, I mean, look at the tries, bro. I mean, the question will be, um, prior to we read in the book of Exodus that the 12 tribes were crying and prayed unto the Most High. Can you brothers hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can hear me? You can hear me? That's right. I had to kick Shamar off. Brother was going off. Had to kick him off. My show now. No. Never stop. Um, Jeremiah, he says Second Ezra's 13 lesson. Well, it's not going to be titled Second Ezra's 13 lesson. It's basically a lesson showing um, where the northern kingdom went after the Assyrian captivity. But you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a pretty long lesson. And not even that. I know it's going to be a lesson that a lot of people probably won't even like because I'm going to expose a lot of things. Because, you know, a lot of our people have been fooled thinking that northern kingdom, like some northern kingdom didn't go back to Israel, which is false. Some did go back to Israel. The remnant. This is where we teach how Isaiah 11:11 was fulfilled. I mean, not 11:11. 11 and what is it? 12 and down to 16. That's how we usually show how that was fulfilled. In order for that to be fulfilled, is what it says: the remnant of Israel was going to be saved, right? And then the sons of Judah will be gathered from the four corners. So, you know, once we bring that out, like I said, we're gonna get into a lot of detail because, yeah, even I'm gonna show you, brothers and sisters, how some of the Northern Kingdom actually did go back to Israel.
Yeah, man. So, anyways, can you brothers hear me? Shalom, shalom, everybody. So, I was watching the breakdown the Sakar did on the Northern Kingdom, so on and so forth. But then, um, I want you to hear this out, right? Because you guys know that we've been teaching that the so-called Gypsies were scattered to the four corners of the earth. They've gone into slavery. They came on the side of the world. On in the during the 1400s as slaves, mingling with the Soko natives and his Soko Hispanic. Obviously, we know that they mingle amongst ourselves because they look like us. So you wouldn't be able to tell a gypsy from a Soko Hispanic or a gypsy from a Soko Mexican or Venezuelan, Colombian, so on and so forth. Why? Because a lot of these gypsies they look like us. They literally look like us. As a matter of fact, we did a video, an interview. Uh, let's just watch this just a small clip of the video that we did on the gypsies, and then we're gonna do a breakdown, a small breakdown on whatever this clown was saying about the gypsies, right? That whatever they're like. So we're gonna go into the video real quick, and then after that we might take some questions. If not, we're gonna close it out. But shalom, everybody. Welcome to the live. I'm glad you guys are here. So stick around. Again, again, going to, I was saying that we've been teaching about the Gypsies and how we know that the Gypsies are the so-called tribe of Judah, according to our understanding. So we have many brothers from a lot of these camps completely lying, saying things that we never said, completely trying to erase the narrative or actually trying to erase the name of Israel from existence because obviously we show you guys how a lot of these gypsies fit the curses one, and they also had the law, the Torah. They kept it throughout their migration patterns when they were shipped around and enslaved in various countries in Europe back in the 1400s and even before that. So I'm gonna show you something real quick. Hold on, I can find it. Shalom, everybody. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Gypsies. All right. So that's an interview that I did, right? Now we did an interview on the Gypsies in real life, bro. Now you are going to meet a gypsy that looks like a Soco Mexican cholo, bro. Watch. Hold on. Let's see. Now, you guys can watch the video, but this is hold on. I'm gonna flip this around real quick. Let's see if I can flip it around. So this is the brother right here. This is Charlie Sarsan. I'm out of the Nemeshe. I'm a gypsy, and it's no coincidence how I stopped him. So I was in Leeds a lot, and I saw his car. You know, I stopped the street, stopped him, and I asked him dead. And they started talking about gypsies and how our people are lost and how we're all scattered around and how Gage. That really tripped me out when he said Gage. Gage. So Gage, what is Gage for you guys? Because I was sharing that amongst the gypsies, they're not allowed to marry Gage. What Gage means basically. For instance, I can't go hang out with a black girl. I can't go. So we can tell the brother just told you that. Anyways, you guys can watch the whole interview, bro. Go check it out. Share it if you like. Give us a like, so on and so forth. But I wanted to show you this real quick because according to the Sicario, right? Now, I want you to hear what the Deacon Hakaka said about the gypsies right now. Check this out. And this is part of the agenda, bro. This is part of the sneakiness, the sneaky attack that a lot of these clowns, a lot of these Hamites and African converts are saying against our own nation. Why? Because they're literally trying to erase the name of Israel from existence. Because we know that the so-called gypsies, they meet the curses. They've gone through slavery. They have been scattered to the four corners of the earth, according to the history records. We brought this out as well. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can find the video and show you just what we're saying. Because we did this video 2 years ago, I believe. But I want to show you what the historians are saying about the gypsies and how they were scattered to the four corners of the earth. Zombie 011, you can check our channel. Check our channel out and scroll down to the video. That's these are the titles of the video. You see, Ancient Watchmen, Gypsies, the Lost, Hidden, and Tribes of Jerusalem, Part 1. The other video is the interview that I did. It's interview the Gypsies, aka the Hidden Jews, Part 2. This is the interview that I did with real gypsies, bro. Now I'm gonna show you. I show you the young man, right? That brother right there. Does he not look like a Mexican? Does he not look like a cholo, right? Like a Soco cholo, Bato loco, sureño, so on and so forth. He looks like a cholo, right? Well, he is a gypsy, a gitano. A lot of Hispanics call them gitanos. Gitanos. Everybody knows gitanos all throughout the world, bro. You go to South America, you go to Mexico, you go to Spain, you go to France. Everywhere you go and you call them gypsies or you call them gitanos, everybody will know what you're talking about. So these are our people. They're amongst ourselves. You could be talking to a so-called Mexican, so-called Hispanic or Native American, and you wouldn't even know. You couldn't even tell that he could have been or might have been or might be a so-called gypsy. Why? Because we all look the same. We look alike. They mingle amongst ourselves. So I want you to keep that in mind, right? I want you to keep that in mind. But let me show you another family. I met this family in Minnesota when I went to visit my mother. Right now, check this out. Shalom, peace. So, shalom. Estamos aquí con una familia de gitanos. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De México? Now that's me. This is a Spanish interview because these gitanos, these gypsies, they're from Spain, but they're in the Americas. As a matter of fact, they were asking for money out in the streets, right? So when I was driving, I went to get lunch. I was driving and I met them. Like I knew they were the Gypsies. I already knew, bro. I already knew that they were the Gypsies. So I had to pull over. I parked my car and then look at the children, bro. Look at dark skin. They look like Soco Mexicans. They look like Colombians. They look like our people, bro. Look at that. Now check this out.
Europa, son de Europa. Él es un gitano de Europa. He's a gypsy. He's a pure gypsy. And I was explaining to the brother that the real gypsies are the real Jews, the real Hebrew Israelites that were scattered to the four corners of the earth. And
now you guys can watch the whole interview, but I just want to show you anybody that's interested. That's the title in our channel. You can look it up. It's right there. The Gypsies, aka the Hidden Jews, Part 2. Part 1 is what I'm about to show you, in which we show how the Gypsies were scattered to the four corners of the earth. We did this class with Jose Vega a while ago. So, but I want to show you this real quick. Hold on.
Against thy hidden one. See, that's so the enemies.
Hold on, where is it at? I want to show you the part where even the Gypsies themselves say that they were scattered to the Americas and they had to mingle amongst the natives and Hispanics. And they even themselves say, well, you know, if they ask you what is your nationality, tell them that you're a Mexican. Tell them that you are a so-called Hispanic or native. Why? Because we look like them. Straight up.
And guess what? The Gypsies.
Now, hold on. Now, check this out. Before we even go there, let's see what the Sicarii said, bro. Let's just watch what the Sicarii said first. Let's see what these demons, clowns, lion snakes, what else? Hamites, African converts, Canaanites, and Egyptians have been saying against our own people, trying to raise the name of Israel from existence, right? Which is part of the Crafty Council.
In the Ashantis, I mean, in these places right here, I want you guys to show me the mass influx in all of these lands where they're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. They know they're Israelites. They're teaching. I don't care if it's a YouTube channel. That flyer duty on the highways. Show me something. You know, like how you see us waking up to who we are? Show me that in these other lands. This proves that both kingdoms are over here.
Salakia Deacon, and also Latino onlys, they will say.
You guys heard? Latino onlys. Again, where is this Latino only group? Where is it at? Where is this Latino only? You see how these demons are? The whole slander campaign?
The Judah are Egyptians.
Yeah.
Show me the same line of logic that you just brought out. Show me Egyptians vexing Ephraimites. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Gypsies.
Gypsies, Salakia, Gypsies, Salakia.
Yeah. Show me Gypsies having an evil eye towards Puerto Ricans and Puerto Ricans having an evil eye towards Gypsies.
Right.
Where is that? A Puerto Rican probably don't even know what the hell a gypsy is.
What a dumb statement, bro. Again, you guys heard him say, well, you know, show me, you know, a so-called Puerto Rican vexing a so-called gypsy. Wait a minute. Now, watch how dumb these dudes are, right? Because remember, he said that show me a so-called Puerto Rican or any other nationality of the Hispanic nations, right? Vexing a so-called gypsy. Well, duh, you wouldn't even tell who is the gypsy. Why? Because again, I show you guys that the gypsies look like us, bro, right? They look like us. Look at that. See that so-called gypsy right there? Doesn't he look like a Mexican? So when he's saying, well, show me a so-called Puerto Rican vexing a so-called gypsy, duh, we've been vexing each other out amongst our nation. Why? Because we couldn't tell that, you know, whoever we're vexing or, you know, having the evil eye, as they say, might be a gypsy, because they're mingle amongst our nations. They're amongst us. We don't know that the gypsies are amongst us. Why? Because we look the same. We look alike. We're the same people. So now, let me just read this real quick. It says, the arrival of the gypsies in America. This is the extracts written by Ian F. Hancock. It says, Romani people, commonly known as gypsies, have been in the Americas since the 1498, when Columbus brought some on his third voyage to the West Indies. Their subsequent forced transportation brought most gypsies across the Atlantic. During the colonial period, Western European nations dealt with their gypsy problems, quote unquote, by transporting them in large numbers overseas. The Spanish shipped gypsies to the American colonies, including Spanish Louisiana, as their Solución Americana. The French sent numbers to the Antilles, and the Scots, English, and Dutch to North America and the Caribbean. Cromwell shipped Romanical gypsies, which are the Romani, uh, as slaves to the southern plantations. There is documentation of gypsies being owned by freed black slaves, ding 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 ding, canonized, right, or Egyptians in Jamaica, and in both Cuba and Louisiana today. There are Afro-Romani populations resulting from the intermarriage between freed African and gypsy slaves. You see, so our people, bro, our people have been scattered to the four corners of the earth. The gypsies are our people, bro. But you have clowns, demons like the Deacon Hakaka talking a bunch of crap and nonsense against our people.
Shamar,
Ah,
if you're looking for the part in the video where it talks about how they mixed in with us and stuff
mm-hmm.
in mainstream America, I believe it's like at the 13-minute mark.
Okay, thank you, bro. Yeah. So again, they're dumb statements by the Sicari, right? Saying things like, "Well, show me gypsies," right? Where's the video? Come on. Show me gypsies vexing the so-called Hispanics, or the so-called Hispanics vexing the so-called gypsies. Of course, you're not gonna see that. Why? Because our people are mixed in amongst ourselves, and so we wouldn't recognize one to the other. So, where's it at? 13 mark. Okay, there it is.
And look at the information through the lens of the scriptures, right?
During the Second World War, they were rounded up by Hitler and exterminated en masse in his nightmarish death camps. Even in the United States of the late 20th century, people of Roma heritage often live and work side by side with the mainstream American population, afraid of revealing their true identities.
When I was going to school, I remember my dad telling me it's not really good to tell people what you are. Just tell them you're Italian or Mexican or something. Just don't tell them you're a gypsy. And I think that hiding who you are, becoming secretive, is a reaction to what the race has gone through throughout history.
I would say that there's.
You see that? But they got the audacity, bro, to speak evil against so-called gypsies, bro. It's just completely nonsense at this point. Why? Because they know that they're not the real tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, but the gypsies are, bro. The gypsies are our people. We proved that many times over, bro. I mean, it's overwhelming. We even show how the gypsies were keeping the commandments. We keeping the law, bro. I forgot what the website of these evidence that we show, comparison between the Mosaic law and the Romani or the Gypsies law, and how it correlates with the Torah, the many laws that they were keeping throughout their migration and their existence, all throughout Europe and even on the side of the world, bro. So, I mean, you brothers can go check it out. The video is there. It's called Ancient Watchmen, Gypsies, the Lost and Hidden Tribes of Jerusalem, Part 1. You guys can go check it out, bro. Watch the whole thing, bro. Educate yourselves, man. It's like our own people are a bunch of dummies. They just allow a lot of these clowns, a lot of these Hamites to just tell them what to believe. Hey. Check this out. It says America, colonies, and slaves. Gypsy slaves. Many gypsies were banished to America in colonial times from England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland, sometimes for merely being by habit and repute. So-called gypsies is beyond dispute. Gypsies may be said to have been in America almost from the time of its settlement. You see? Again, we just read earlier a quote from a book that they came on this side of the world back in the 1400s. It says the earliest actual document known to us dates from the time of the administration of Oliver Cromwell's successor, his son Richard, when the first transatlantic expulsion of gypsies was instituted. You see, in 1661, commission and instructions were issued anew to justices and constables by act of parliament with the view of arresting gypsies. See, a great many gypsies must have been deported to the British plantations in Virginia, Jamaica, and Barbados during the second half of the 17th century, that they had there to undergo a temporary, if not perpetual servitude seems very likely. You see that? Servitude, slavery. A reference dated November 1665 comments upon the motives for indenturing gypsies and others in this way. The light regard paid to the personal right of individuals was shown by a wholesale deportation of poor people at this time to the West Indies. Who was these poor people? Ding, 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 gypsies. Out of a desire as a will to promote the Scottish and English plantations in Jamaica and Barbados for the honor of their country, as to free the kingdom of the burden of many strong and idle beggars, Egyptians, right, so-called gypsies, common and notorious thieves, and other dissolute and lost persons banished to stigmatized for gross crimes. Why? Because a lot of the gypsies were called a bunch of thieves and witches, and they were said that they were eating children and all this. They made up all these, they created all this slander campaign against an entire nation of people, bro, back in those days. Not just back in the 1600s, the 16th century or the 17th century, way back, bro, way back. So, I mean, what are these guys talking about?
So you just
what are these guys talking about?
So you show the evidence of, you know, how they blended in with us, right? Hey, Shamar, you can hear me? Shamar, you can hear me?
What are these demons talking about? Huh?
You can hear me?
What are these? Why are we allowing these heathens to completely trying to erase the name of Israel, bro?
You can hear me? Shamar, I don't think you can hear me. Oh, okay. You can come back in. So, gypsies being Judah means that Judah and Israel are being oppressed together, as scripture says. To answer your question, like I said, a lot of Hispanics are gypsies and don't even know it, because gypsies were coming over to the Americas as far back as 1497. 1497. Okay. So yes. So this is why you see, you know what I'm saying, you might see like Salvadorians hating on Ecuadorians, and Ecuadorians hating on Salvadorians, and Mexicans hating on Colombians, and Colombians hating, like supposedly we're the Hispanics, but even when it comes to us Hispanics, we beef with each other. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how dare you? Like if I'm Puerto Rican, oh, how dare you call me a Dominican, or F Dominicans, and or Dominican be like, oh, F those Puerto Ricans. You know, that's how. This is where we're getting it from. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. That's our explanation. That a lot of our people are just gypsies and don't even know it. Hey, Shabar, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I'm back.
Go to the 37-minute mark of that video, and he's going to show you how they were talking about the slavery, and then it shows the map and shows how the gypsies were placed in like all the countries in the world.
33-minute, right?
No, 37.
37.
Yeah, it's 37, and then around the 38-minute, it shows the map, the actual map of the gypsies being scattered to the four corners of the earth.
Yeah, but once again, any brother that's interested in watching this class is on our YouTube channel. We did this 2 years ago on November the 10th, 2018. So check it out right there. AW/gypsies/ the lost and hidden tribes of Jerusalem, part 1. So 33-minute.
37.
37, my bad. 37.
In Eastern Europe, where most Roma had been.
It's just that information they're trying to hide people, you know. So that's that.
In Eastern Europe, where most Roma had been enslaved since the arrival of the feudal system, the word for gypsies, tsigan, became synonymous with slave. Often the prime Rome women were taken for breeding purposes with the non-gypsy population. The half-white children from these unions automatically became slaves themselves. Gypsy men were castrated so as not to present a threat to the local noblewomen they served. Yet despite the years of persecution and slavery, the Rom clung with tenacity to their way of life and to the language and unique customs they carried with them from their long-forgotten homeland.
Oppression, discrimination, and slavery. So it's going on centuries and centuries.
Today, gypsy groups can be found in such diverse places as India, Turkey, the Middle East, Europe, the Americas, Australia, and parts of Africa. Though no two groups are alike, all share a similar native language and many comparable customs and beliefs.
In addition to the physical.
Anyway, you brothers can go check out the both videos, bro. They're really beautiful, man. It was done in the spirit of the Most High and the spirit of wisdom, bro, to teach our people who they are, to bring the tribes in, bro, and also to understand what the prophecy says. Like these clowns are trying to say that, you know, Judah and Israel were pressed together. Of course, you know, we were pressed together. Why? Because the Gypsies were shipped on the side of the world to join unto their brethren, which is us, so-called Hispanics, natives, and so on and so forth. And they mingle, they mixed amongst ourselves. Why? Because we're the same people. You couldn't tell us apart. Why? Because we're the same people. Yet you have heathens, Hamites, Egyptians, Canaanites, and African converts saying such things as this.
And also Latino onlys, they will say that Judah are Egyptians.
Yeah.
Show me the same line of logic that you just brought out. Show me Egyptians vexing Ephraimites. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
Gypsies.
Gypsies, I like it. Gypsies, I like it.
Yeah. Show me gypsies having an evil eye towards Puerto Ricans and Puerto Ricans having an evil eye towards gypsies.
Right.
Where is that? A Puerto
What? Bro, again, the evidence is there, bro. These clowns cannot deny the truth. They can run from it. They can try to delay the truth, bro. But the truth, it waits for nobody, bro. Anybody that wants to really wake up, you have to read for yourself, bro. Anybody that want to come out from the spell of Canaan, bro, and a lot of these one West Semitic camps, you got to read for yourself. Otherwise, you want to keep on allowing clowns, demons, what else? Hamas, African converts, Canaanites, and Egyptians feeding your ass with a bunch of wine, so that it'll get you drunk, so you won't be able to think straight. Is that what you guys want? Right? Anyways, let me finish this article and then we might take questions. It says, in 1714, British merchants and planters applied to the Privy Council for permission to ship gypsies to the Caribbean, avowedly to be used as slaves. And in the following year, according to a document dated January the 1st, 1715, prisoners were sentenced to be transported to the plantations for being by habit and repute gypsies. You see, just because they were gypsies, that was their sentence. That they were gypsies is why they were taken prisoners and transported to the plantations. On the said gypsies coming here to the town was brought under a burden, and they had used endeavors with several merchants who have ships now going abroad to transport them as slaves, for which they are to receive 13 pounds sterling. Among the families' names of those individuals were Fenwick, Lindsay, Sterling, so on and so forth. um, Gypsies, according to the legal definition which was in effect throughout this period in England, included all such persons not being felons, wandering and pretending, identifying themselves to be gypsies or Egyptians, because the word gypsy is basically a misnomer. Because a lot of the gypsies, when they came back from the 70-year captivity, they went down to Jerusalem. They didn't want to be in Jerusalem because they were afraid that they will be captured again. So instead of going back to Jerusalem, a lot of the brothers went down to Egypt, and they hid there for a while, and then after that they migrated eastward to India. Is why you find them there. Is why whenever you do the research about the gypsies, you will always hit a wall, and that wall is that you will find the information saying that the gypsies are from India. Well, how do they get there? How did they get there? Well, ding, ding, ding. They migrated from Egypt to India. And that's why they got the name Gypsy or Egyptio or Egyptos, because they thought they were Egyptians, and they were not. So, I just wanted to bring this out, bro, because the lies have to stop.
Hey,
Brothers gotta understand.
the final cut to Deacon Hakah, right? Because he was clowning the Gypsies, but even according to this 12 tribe chart, it has Gypsies on it. If you want to share my screen, or
Yeah,
for the brothers and sisters out there.
hold on. Hold on, bro. Hold on. My thing access layout.
Everybody can
Yeah.
see it. You see it?
Yeah.
104.
And you want to know the funny thing about that, bro? You want to know the funny thing about this chart is that this group goes into they go into their summit. They have a summit every year or something.
Yeah. Look what's on the chart, people. Gypsy on a 12 tribe chart. Look. You got Judah there. You got Benjamin, you got Levi, you got Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Zebulon. So everybody can see it. This is a 12 tribe chart from a One West group called Mount Zion 144,000, right? Look under Dan, right? Dan, what does it say? You got Black Irish / Gypsy. Hey, Deacon, are these Latino lights? Are these Latino lights, Deacon, that are teaching the Gypsies or Israel? Is this Latino lights? No. It's not Latino lights. This is all your 12 tribe chart, brother. One of your cabs is teaching it, bro. One of your cabs is teaching the Gypsies right there, bro. On the chart.
Anybody else? Anybody has any questions? Young Magic. Shalom, bro. Welcome to the live. Anybody has questions? We might take in some questions, bro. I just wanted to address Deacon Hakaka and his statements about the Gypsies. Saying, well, show us the Gypsies vexing Soco Hispanics, or show us Soco Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, so on and so forth, vexing Soco Gypsies. Well, we see it every day, and we may not know or be even aware that we are vexing a Soco Gypsy. Why? Why? Because we look the same. So you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh. Anyways, any brothers have any questions? Anybody wants to join the panel? Let me know. If you got any campers in the background listening, trying to ask us questions, you're more than welcome to join the panel. I'm gonna share the link in the chat group so you brothers can join and bring yourselves into the panel, bro. Come and talk to us. Come and talk to your people. You have questions, instead of going back to Egypt, right, to bondage of the mind, into darkness. Why don't you come to your brothers and actually ask the questions that you need answers for? Jeremiah Milan, what's going on, bro? Welcome to live. What's going on, bro? You got a question? Is anything else you wanna share? Jeremiah Milan. What's going on, bro? Welcome to live. What's going on? Are you part of a camp? What is your story? Once again, a lot of you brothers know what we teach, especially a lot of these One West Hamitic camps. So if anybody has a question, bring yourselves into the panel and come and talk to us, bro.
What you thought about? Are you gonna post the class I just posted on Facebook?
Bro, that was beautiful, bro. That was funny when you did the little visuals and how to count.
Oh yeah, the Paw Patrol, my child's Paw Patrol
Yeah,
dogs.
that was funny, bro. Yeah, but that was a cut, bro, with the to a lot of these Torah onlys. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna download that one and upload it, bro, because it's pretty short. All right, all right. I speak the oracles of God, and I'm a spectator of all things. The Camps podcast, everything Yashrael. All right, bro. That's good. Well, just so you know, we don't teach Christ is a black man. Yahweh was a black man. The angels were black. Adam was black. The 12 tribes were black. Everybody was black in ancient times. We don't subscribe to that according to the scriptures. So yeah, I mean that's why we're here. That's why we're here to address people's questions or people's doubts, or anybody has any questions, or anybody wants to like challenge me or challenge Jose Vega on a subject. I mean, you brothers can come onto the panel. We'll let you speak. We'll let you share whatever it is that you want to share, and then um, you know we'll address it. Well, define black. Well, according to camps, if you actually learn from camps, like you're saying, if you watch the videos from a lot of these camps, whether it be ISUPK, IUIC, HOI, and the other camps, if you listen to them, I'm pretty sure you'll agree with what I'm about to say. They'll say that the 12 tribes are basically like you. They have woolly hair, and they have African features, as in West African features or phenotypes. So that's kind of what we're going down those lines when we say black, as in West Africans, as in African people, or people from the slave trade of the 1600s. That's basically what I mean when I say black. So you have a lot of these brothers in skin complexion, because the matter of the heart, yeah, there's a lot of darkness in the matter of the heart. So yeah, I agree with that. That's a that's a metaphor, especially when you read in Jeremiah 14:2, when it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof language, they are black unto the ground. So a lot of these campers and a lot of people that are not learned in the scriptures, especially if they're not able to navigate into the Hebrew, they're gonna immediately say, you see, Well, this is the proof that the Jews are black. They look like Miak, you see? So you pale Hispanics, natives, you guys are not Israel because you're not black. So you guys are out. So that's basically what we've been addressing for quite some time. That the whole idea behind being a dark skin complexion individuals with woolly hair and Hamitic features or African features, as in big nose or whatever they like, right? That's basically what I mean. What you guys think of the monoliths and some meteor close to the Earth, also the blackout? Uh, well, which monoliths? Because there's like a lot of monoliths, bro. There's like a lot of them. There's ones in Baalbek. There's a lot of them in Peru, bro, in South America. Uh, I mean, I could name a lot of them. Then you got Teotihuacan. You got the pyramids of Giza, bro, and the foundation on the of the pyramids, bro. They're megalithic structures weighing 20 tons of weight, which literally defies the laws of physics today. Even today, even the technology that humans have today is not even capable of even replicating one of the pyramids of Egypt, much less the pyramids of Mexico, bro. But why? Because there's they were constructed on megalithic structures or with megalithic stones, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what happened? I mean, we know throughout the scriptures and we know throughout the history that in archaeology that there were giants back in ancient times. So as a matter of fact, I mean, Goliath was only 10-foot giant, meaning he was a short giant for their height, because there were giants that were even taller than him. Like a biblical record of one of the tallest giants, according to the Bible, he was at least 16 feet. Oh, my bad, 14 feet tall. And we're talking about King Og, the king of Bashan, right? The king of the Amorites. So he was 14 feet tall. I mean, as a matter of fact, let's see if we can find this real quick. King Og of Bashan. Yeah, so King Og of Bashan, right? Now it says that his bed was basically 16 feet um um uh what is it, long and 6 feet wide. You see? Hold on. Jeremiah Milan, exactly, bro, exactly. Like we're not judging according to appearance, bro. We're judging according to spirit. And there's a lot of brothers claiming to be Shem or Shemitic Hebrew Israelites, yet they're completely twisting the scriptures. They're completely pushing a personal agenda, to lie and to deceive the masses, especially with the statement that I made earlier about Jeremiah 14:2 about the Judah being black unto the ground. But when you actually research for yourself and go into the Hebrew, the word black, it's Kadar. With the word Kadar, in the Hebrew means to mourn, as in, like you said earlier, you clearly said it earlier, black in the heart. Well, yeah, black in the heart, as in to mourn, to be sad and cry and and suffer, be in grief. So that's what it means, Jeremiah 14:2. So yeah, we're not judging according to appearance, because we're saying that there's black Hebrew Israelites. I mean, there's Negro Israelites, there's white looking Israelites, there's gonna be Chinese looking Israelites, there's gonna be Japanese looking Israelites, so on and so forth. So we're not judging according to appearance. We're judging according to the spirit and the vibration that they give off, especially when it comes to their teachings. So when it comes to their teachings, we know that they're lying. We know that they're lying, and they've been lying for the past 60 years, even until now. And so a lot of African Americans are also being lied to and deceived by a lot of these false prophets from a lot of these one West Hamitic camps that were set up by the white men back in the 1960s. So exactly, young Majik. Exactly. The spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. So no DNA, and so on and so forth. Because at the end of the day, all the 12 tribes mixed in with the nations. And this is why the Most High calls us the speckled bird. So anyway, so we were talking about the giants, right? And you see there's a femur, a human femur. See, that's a giant that it's at least 14 to 16 feet tall, bro. You see that? It says in the late 1960s, during road construction in south east Turkey in the Euphrates Valley, many tombs containing the remaining of giants were uncovered. At two sites, the leg bones were measured to be around 120 centimeters, 47.24 inches. Joe Taylor, director of the Mount Blanco Fossil Museum, so on and so forth. So right there, you can clearly see how big this giant was, bro. So going back to the the monoliths that you were talking about, right? What is his name? Yeah, Zombie. Going back to your statement earlier about the monoliths. Well, I believe a lot of the monoliths were basically they a lot of the ancient civilizations were held by a lot of the giants that were much stronger and taller than the rest of the humans. I mean, you look at this guy. He looks like a, I don't know, 5'9", probably 5'9", 5'11" or so. So imagine you being 5'11", almost 6 feet, in comparison to this giant, bro. You're short. You know what I'm saying? You're short. So imagine someone shorter than 5'9". You know what I'm saying? So and this is the scripture I wanted to bring out. Deuteronomy chapter 3, verse 11. It says, "For only Og, king of Bashan, remaineth of the remnant of giants. Behold, his bedstead was a bedstead of iron. It is not in Rabath of the children of Ammon. 9 cubits was the length thereof, and 4 cubits the breadth of it, after the cubit of a man," meaning after the cubit of the Egyptian, because the Egyptian was the empire of that time. So when you measure the cubit of an Egyptian man, it was, I think it was 15 inches. I'm not sure, but you do the measurements: 9 cubits long by 4 cubits wide. That comes out to 16 feet by 6 feet wide. So imagine the measure of the giant, bro. Imagine the size of the giant. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said that Goliath was a short giant. He was only 10 feet tall because there were bigger giants than Goliath. Dark skinned brothers just jealous of us. That's all. I wouldn't call them false prophets. What do you mean you wouldn't call them false prophets? I mean, they've been prophesying falsely. They prophesied the end of America back in the 1990s. They said that America was going to be destroyed from the face of the planet and so on and so forth. It never came to pass. I mean,
Then they said Christ was going to come back in the year 2000 to chop their heads off.
right. Right. So I mean, that's why we're saying false prophets. We're not just saying this out of hatred. We're saying out of facts. So anyway, right, exactly, bro. And that's another thing, bro, that the Sicarii try to do when they quoted the book of Daniel chapter 2. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can go there real quick. There it is.
Part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay. Verse 42. It says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken.
Right. We talked about that already. Go ahead.
Verse 43. And whereas thou saw iron.
All right, now check this out, right? They're explaining basically like the prophecy of Rome, basically being a mixed the prophecy of the four beasts being a mixed multitude, right? Now, but check the statement that they're about to make. They're reading out of the book of Daniel, chapter 2, verse 42. They're reading verse 43. I want you to read what they say, and I'm gonna explain why they're wrong, bro. Watch.
Mixed with the miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another.
You see that?
Now, I'm gonna read it for you guys. It says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they, now you guys got to understand what you guys are even reading, right? It says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. Now, check this out, right? Listen to what he's gonna say, and I'm gonna explain why they're wrong.
They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. How many different nationalities of people? You guys know what an ethnic
Now he's gonna go into the ethnic enclave, which basically means like a group of people, a bunch of ethnicities mingle together in one place, which is gonna make he's gonna say that America is that ethnic enclave, which is basically a melting pot. But check this out. I want you to read it again. It says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they, now who are the they? These they shall mingle with themselves with the seed of men. So in order for they to mingle themselves with the seed of men, the they has to be other than what? Other than the seed of men, in order for them to mix with the seed of men. Why? Because what is the whole point of saying, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle with themselves with the seed of men, meaning what? Meaning that the word they, whoever they are, they're not of the seed of men, because these group of people, who are the they, whoever they are gonna be mingled with this. They're gonna mix in with the seed of men, emphasizing or letting you know that the they, this part right here, they are not humans. They must be something else other than the seed of man in order for them to even mix with the seed of men. But they're saying that, whoever they are, according to them, they're not, they're the seed of men. Then why are we reading that they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men if that they are not, if that they are men? Do you guys understand? So according to, well, my understanding when it comes to the scripture right here is that the The they is not humans. The they is basically clones. Now, what you brothers know that clones, right? Clones are not humans, bro. Clones are not humans. So we know that in the latter days, you know, there's gonna be clones, bro, that are gonna be living amongst us, and without even knowing ourselves, some humans are gonna be mingling themselves amongst these clones. That's why when we read in the scriptures over there in my bad, in Daniel chapter 2 verse 43, it says, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay. Who is the miry clay? Humans. We are created out of miry clay, and then we were infused with the spark of the gods, right? With the spirit of the Most High, or the Alahayim, right? The gods. So miry clay is referring to humanity. The iron is something else other than humans. Why? Because it even says they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. So that they has to be other than humans in order for them to even mingle or mix with the seed of men. So who are the they that they're gonna mingle themselves with the seed of men? Well, I believe, strongly believe that they're the clones. They're clones, bro. They're clones. They're even though they're miry clay because that's their biology. They don't have the spirit of the creators. They don't have the spirit of the Alahayim. They don't have the spark of the gods, bro. So therefore, they're kind of like, I would say there will be like humans 2.1. They will be upgraded. Yes, they will be sort of like superhumans, but they will not be humans. But even though if they mix themselves, they could not mix. Just like we read in the book of First Corinthians, right? That the glory of the celestial and the glory of the terrestrial is another, was different. So it's impossible for you to mix in with like your, celestial stuff. So in the book of First Corinthians chapter 15 verse 39, it says, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another for flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. It says, there are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Meaning the glory of the celestial is iron, is stronger, it's more powerful, and the glory of the terrestrial is another, meaning you're the miry clay. Humans are the miry clay. So when we read in Daniel chapter 2 verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. So the they has to be other than humans in order for them to mix or mingle themselves with the seed of men. And the they, according to what I come across, has to be these clones, bro. They're the ones that are gonna try to mix in their seed with the seed of man, like in the future, like probably in our lifetime, maybe not, we don't know. But the fact of the matter is that clones are not direct creation from the Alahayim. They were not engineered by the gods. They were engineered by other humans. So therefore, they're not fully humans. They're humans 2.1, but they don't have the spark of the Most High. Humans do, because they're miry clay. I don't know what they have or what they're gonna have when they come alive, or when these beings are animated, when these clones are animated, bro, in the future. But they will not be considered humans. So Judah Natsar is casting demons on people in the name of Jehovah, on people for talking about Canaanites. Well, he's casting demons upon himself because he's talking about Canaan too. Plus, let me show you something. Any witchcraft, bro, any spell thrown against us, bro, is gonna bounce back sevenfold. You know why? Watch this. We're gonna go to Numbers 24. Watch this. This is what happens when a lot of these heathens, bro, are trying to use witchcraft against us. Now watch this. This is what's gonna happen to all those wizards, demons, dark magic users trying to throw spells, curses upon us, bro. Watch this. Um, Let me see. I think it's chapter 23. There it is. I found it. Now check this out, right? So you have Judah and Atzara trying to put curses or cast demons on people for talking about Canaanites, even though he's also the one talking about Canaan, right? Which is completely dumb because he just put a curse onto himself on top of the curse that he already has about Canaan. But you know, that's how dumb they are. So Numbers 23 verse 23. Numbers chapter 23, verse 23. Check this out. It says, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had God wrought. You see, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel. You see, what is going to be said of Jacob and of Israel? That there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. See, so all their little theater, all their little witchcraft, all the little spells that they're throwing up against us, especially because we're exposing their lies, is gonna return back to them sevenfold, and they're gonna learn that it's not okay to be playing with dark energies like that, bro. It's really not okay because they're gonna learn. As a matter of fact, you have a lot of brothers that have wished death upon me, and a lot of this evil energy being thrown up against them. You know what has happened to a lot of them? Accidents and so on and so forth. Now, I had to leave I didn't have to lift a finger. It was the Alahayim watching over us, bro. And I could tell you stories of many brothers coming to my inbox apologizing for the shit that they've done, all the things that they said against me, all the lies that they thrown against me, including Martha, including everybody else, including Kwana, and whatever happened to Kwana over there. His address was shared up in the community for people to have his address so that they can go, do all sorts of things. Now, I'm not saying or wishing none of evil against nobody. I'm just saying that brothers that have tried all this energy, bro, up against us, bro. It has backfired onto them. Why? Because they don't understand that they're playing with weird negative vibrations and frequency that is bouncing back to them because of the hatred against us, bro. So but shalom, everybody. Welcome to the live. Anybody else have any questions? Yeah, Jeremiah, Milan. Again, I don't know if you're about to quote Isaiah when it says that there shall be no paleness in the seed of Jacob. That's not what it's talking about. I already did a breakdown on that. I went into the Hebrew, and that word pale is not there in Isaiah when it says Israel shall never wax pale. That's not what it says. As a matter of fact, let me show everybody else, right? Because this is the deception, and a lot of brothers that are not learned, a lot of brothers are gonna be quickly what's it called, deceived by these false teachings, especially about Isaiah when it talks about Israel shall never wax pale. Okay, well, what is that talking about? Is it talking about that Israel will not be white, right? So Hold on. Anybody else want to come on? There it is. Now check this out. Right now, a lot of you brothers are quick to quote Isaiah 29:22. It says, when it talks about Israel shall never wax spell. Right now, when you brothers go into the Hebrew, the word is Hebrews 23:57. Chavar, a primitive root, to blanch as with shame, wax pale. See, with shame, blanch. What is blanch? Of a person grow pale from shock, fear, or a similar emotion. Now, the precept is this: Isaiah 54:4, it says, "Fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed," meaning thou shalt not wax pale. That's what it means in the Hebrew. That for thou shalt not be ashamed, meaning thou shalt not be wax pale, which is bullshit. Bullshit. Hebrews 9:54. Neither uh neither be thou confounded, for thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt be forget the shame of thy youth, and shall not remember the reproach of thy widowhood anymore. See, so I did a breakdown on that. It says bullshit from the root word bush, a primitive root, properly to pale, by implication to be ashamed. You see, also by implication to be disappointed or delay. Be, make, bring, to, cause, put to, with a shame. See that? Confounded or confusion. Dry, delay, belong. You see? So again, anybody that's quoting Isaiah 29:22 to say Latinos and natives, especially the ones that are light skinned like myself, are not Israel because you guys are wax pale or we are pale. That's not what it means in the Hebrew. It means to be that we will not be ashamed as in fear, just like we're reading Isaiah 54:4. So yeah, we took daughters of the strange nations, especially the Canaanites, but we did a lesson on that, bro. We did a lesson that the 12 tribes never began as Negroes from the start. That's not in the scriptures to say that 12 tribes began as Negroes. As a matter of fact, our people began to darken up as we mixed in with the Canaanites and Egyptians throughout the existence of Israel back in those days. So no, it doesn't. It's not. Um, what was the rhetoric is not that the 12 tribes began as Negroes. No, that's the narrative that has been pushed out. Why? Because the 12 tribes never began as Negroes. It was only later on when certain families within our nation began to mix in with like the Canaanites, the Egyptians, the Amorites, the Hittites, the Jebusites, so on and so forth, that our nation started to become darkened. Now, when I say the nation, well, I'm not talking about the entire nation as a collective, but certain families within the nation of Israel, not the 12 tribes. So you there, bro?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they're acting a fool over there on Judah's channel, man.
Yeah. I bet, bro. I bet. But Moses was always confused for Egyptian though at first. Well, where does it say that Moses was confused for an Egyptian? Is there a scripture for you to that you can show me that Moses was confused for an Egyptian, or are you pushing rhetoric from one west? Because it seems like you are pushing rhetoric from one west. But if you can show me a scripture, we'll learn. we learn, but there's no such scripture to say that Moses was confused for an Egyptian at all. Now, as a matter of fact, let's go to one of our videos where we actually address this whole thing. We address this whole thing, bro. Uh, yeah, we're gonna address this whole statement about Moses being confused for an Egyptian, right? Now, there's no such scripture to say that that Egyptians and Shemites are they look the same. You know why? I'm gonna show you why, and then I'm gonna show you the video. Hold on, where we address this whole thing about Moses being confused for an Egyptian. I'm gonna show you that. But you made a statement saying that basically saying that Egyptians and Shemites look the same. Well, let's see what the scripture says on that, bro. Let's see if the scripture says that Shemites and Hamites they look the same. It says in the book of Exodus 11:7. Hold on. Exodus 11:7. It says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord that put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel." So we know that this is talking about the judgment that was coming against the Egyptians. But the Mosai said that there's a difference even in judgment, even in appearance or phenotypes. Why? Because we even read in the book of Enoch, chapter 89, that Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japhet were being described as different colors, like different cows or colors. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can find it. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, we know, bro. We know a young magic. Hold on. Yeah, mija in Spanish, like canino means perro. So shalom, everybody. Welcome to live. Stick around. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this out about the color of Noah, the color of Shem, Ham, and Japhet, and how they're being described, and they're not being described as one homogeneous color of people. They're being described as different colors. So I don't understand where they got this idea that basically everybody on the planet was black back in ancient times, where that's not the case. So And you there, bro? All right. So this is what I was saying, right? Uh, the there was always a difference between Egyptians and Shemites. So, and that was from the start, bro. So this is the book of Enoch, the second dream visions of Enoch, the history of the world to the founding of the Messianic kingdom, chapter, what is it? 89. Chapter 89. Um, it says, and after these I saw another dream, and I will show you the whole dream to thee, my son. And Enoch lifted up his voice and spake to his son Methuselah, to thee, my son, will I speak, hear my words, incline thine ear to the dream vision of thy father. Before I took thy mother Etna, I saw in a vision on my bed, and behold, a bull came forth from the earth, and that bull was white. You see, and after it came forth a heifer, and along with his ladder came forth two bulls, one of them black and the other one red. And the black bull gored the red one and pursued him over the earth. And thereupon I could not longer see that red bull, but that black bull grew up, and the heifer went with him. And I saw that many oxen proceeded from him, which resemble and follow him. And that cow, that first one, went from the presence of the first bull in order to seek the red one, but found him not, and lamented with the great lamentation over him and sought him. Um, there's another. I think I got the wrong one, but there's. Where is it at? Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see. I think I gotta find it in my notes, man. Hold on. Anyways, bro, I found it. All right, so here it is, right? So talking about Moses being confused with an Egyptian was completely off. Why? Because even from the start, the Shemites, the Hamites, and the Japhites were always described as being or looking different one from the other. So this is the book of Enoch, chapter 89, verse 8. It says, "Of the earth were leveled up, and other abysses were open." It's talking about the flood. Then the water began to run down into these, till the earth became visible. But the vessel settled on the earth, and the darkness retired, and light appeared. But that white bull, talking about Noah, which had become a man, came out of the right. It's talking about Noah. He came out of the vessel, and three bulls with him, and one of those three was white like that bull, and one of them was red as the blood, and one black, and that white bull departed from them. You see, so definitely right here, this is a metaphor talking about Noah coming out of the ark after the flood succeeded or receded, after the waters receded from the flood, and then out of the vessel, meaning out of the ark, came a white bull, which is Noah, and then his three sons, being referred to one a white bull and three bulls with him, which is Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and three bulls with him. And one of those three was white like the bull, that's Japheth, and one of them was red, that's Shem, as blood, and one black, that's Ham. And that white bull departed from them, Noah. It's talking about Noah. This is from the Apocrypha and Pseudo Apocrypha of the Old Testament, by H.R. Charles Oxford, the Clarendon Press. So no, so Noah, I mean, what's his name? Moses was not confused from an Egyptian. Why? Because Shem and Japheth, and Ham were three different color of people collectively, and there still are today. There still are today. Now, going back to the statement of why Moses was confused for an Egyptian, I did a video on that. You brothers can go check it out. Is that video right there? It's I titled it "The 12 Tribes Never Began as Negroes." It's right there. You guys can check it out. I go into this whole thing about Moses being confused for an Egyptian. Now, hold on. You see, well, the 12 Moses was a so by distorting the truth, right? Because that's what they do. They have a perverse spirit since ancient times, and they still continue to do so today. Imanya, Shalom, brothers. Shalom, welcome to the class. We're gonna get started, right? All right, so was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob Hamitic people with African phenotypes and woolly hair? If so, where can we read it in the scriptures, right? And so a lot of brothers from these One West camps, they go to certain scriptures. One of the scriptures is Exodus 2:19, where Moses helps the 7 daughters of the Midianite priest, and he gets confused for being an Egyptian. Now the question is, why was he confused for being an Egyptian, right? Because that's the scripture a lot of these campers use to say, you see, well, the 12 tribes were Negroes. Moses was a so-called Negro African man with woolly hair. And they go to that scripture to prove their case. But today we're going to learn why was Moses confused for an Egyptian. Let's continue eating, right? Why was Moses confused for an Egyptian? In order to answer that question, we have to learn about the customs and the clothing in ancient Egypt, right? So, give me a minute. From the Neolithic period prior to 3100 BC to the collapse of the Ptolemaic kingdom, which is the Greeks, right? With the death of Cleopatra in 30 BC, Egyptian clothing was filled with a variety of colors, adorned with precious gems and jewels. The fashions of the ancient Egyptians were made for not only beauty, but also comfort. Egyptian fashion was created to keep cool while in the hot desert. You see that? Give me a minute. See?
That's how the ancient Egyptians used to wear, right? Hold on. There you go. You see? So, so why was Moses confused for an Egyptian? We're gonna continue learning, right? Why was Moses confused for an Egyptian? A lot of men back in ancient times, during the Old Kingdom, clothes were simple. The men wore wrap around skirts known as the shendit, which is this stuff right here. I don't know if you guys can look at it, right? During the time men's skirts were short, as the Middle Kingdom of Egypt 1600 BC came, the skirts were worn longer, just like we saw earlier, right? Just like that. Right, now let's keep going. Not only did they wear the shendit, they also wore wigs, right? Men and women. Um, why was Moses confused for an Egyptian? The reason why Moses was confused for an Egyptian is simply for the fact that he had an Egyptian apparel, such as shaved head, because that was the custom of the Egyptians, no beard, as we can tell. They didn't wear beards. You see that? They wore the shendit, just like we read earlier, right? That was the custom of the Egyptians. They wore wigs, and they had a lot of jewels. So that was the custom of the ancient Egyptians, and that's why Moses was confused for an Egyptian. The scripture doesn't say that the reason why he got confused by an Egyptian back in Exodus 2:19 is because he was black with woolly hair. That's not what the scripture says. We can deduct and by process of elimination, we can tell that Moses had strange apparel.
Anyways, so you brothers can go check out the whole class. This is like an hour and 20-minute class. So you brothers can go check it out. We basically debunk One West and their claims to say that the 12 tribes begin as Negroes. And I proved it in this class without a shadow of a doubt that the 12 tribes never began as Negroes. And I proved it with scriptures and archaeology. So you brothers can go check it out. Once again, knowledge is power. And if your mind is not full of knowledge, good knowledge, you're going to get deceived by a lot of these One West Hamitic camps, bro. So anyways, anybody has any questions? Anybody? I'm gonna sign out. Once again, don't forget to check out yeah, don't forget to check out our videos, bro. Especially the ones about the Gypsies. We have part 1. You can scroll down on our page and check out our videos regarding the Gypsies, bro. There's good information there you brothers can use against the lies, against a lot of these One West Hamitic camps lying to Hispanics and natives, bro. So other than that, we're probably gonna call it a night. Anybody else has any questions, let me know. Anybody else want to come in? Anybody else would like to say anything else? Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Yeah, we're judging by the spirit. So yeah, man. Okay, so Shem was a brown, red-skinned man, but obviously we know that the sons of Ham, Shem, and the sons of Noah, which is Shem, Ham, and Japheth, they mingle amongst each other out. So you got different shades of brown, different shades of black, and different shades of white because of that mixture all throughout. I mean, it's been like thousands of years. So imagine that mixture between races. I mean, even if you look at today, like even within one generation, between a so-called black man and a so-called white woman or whatever they like, their child comes out looking different. So, and that's just one generation. So imagine thousands upon thousands of generations from, year, from the times of the flood all the way until now. So um, that's kind of how I break it down when it comes to that mixture of the races. But I mean, there's a lot of factors that plays into that admixture in genetics as well. So right, exactly, Aaron Sanchez. Yeah, exactly. We're not separating ourselves. We're not creating no camps. As a matter of fact, the Ancient Watchman is not a camp. We're not a church. We're not a congregation. We're just a movement, trying to help our people come out of the lies, come out of the false doctrines, help them out, learn, sound doctrine, and help them out sober out from the false doctrines and the strong wine that they've been drinking. So in the Ancient Watchman, it's not a movement. I mean, it's not a church or a camp. We're mostly a movement, again, helping our people out, coming out of these false doctrines and stuff. So but shalom everybody, shalom everybody, welcome to the live once again. Anybody else has any questions, anybody wants to debate that cause, let me know. Well, the truth has no owner. Nobody owns the truth. The truth is just the truth, and the truth operates within the spirit of wisdom. So um I mean, if especially like you got ISUPK calling themselves the home of the truth, right? Well, the home of the truth, it's not ISUPK like they claim to be. So Aaron Sanchez, who is understood as the pharaoh that lived during the time of Moses. um well, it depends. You're talking about the one the one that was oppressing our people, because the pharaoh that we dealt with during the Exodus was Ramesses what is it, the second. So I don't know if you're talking about during the Exodus or when our people was being oppressed, which is I think hold on, I think I have my notes. I think it might have been Seti. Yeah, right here, bro. It's even in the Torah, bro. I have it right here. So Exodus chapter 1, verse 11. It says, "Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasures cities, Python and Ramesses." So um so Ramesses would have been the Exodus uh Pharaoh, but then Seti would have been the yeah, Seti would have been the one that was oppressing our people. So Ramesses would have been the Exodus, and then Seti the first, which is the 19th dynasty, 1307 to 1196, would have been Seti, which is what we read in verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. It says, "Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph." So that new king was the new king under the new dynasty, which is the 18th dynasty down to the 19th dynasty, which is 1307, 1196, which will be Seti the first. Jeremiah, Shalom, bro. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate you. Great points. Thanks for conversating, bro. Again, the link was in the chat group for any brothers that want to come in. As a matter of fact, let me share the link again. Anybody that wants to join the panel and come and talk to me or share whatever it is that you want to share, you let me know. What records do the Egyptians have showing the Exodus? Um, well, a lot of the Egyptians, they wanted to erase the history of our people. They wanted to erase us being there. That's why you don't see us on the walls mainly as being part of the kingdom of Egypt, especially when we lived in what's his name? What's the name of that town? Um, what's the name, man? What's the name of that place where we used to live away from the Egyptians, where it was green and we could uh, shepherd our cows and stuff? Man, I forgot. But anyway, so um, they we don't where's bro? There's a post that I made many years ago, bro. Whereas there's this papyrus, there's this beautiful papyrus in which it describes us coming out of Egypt, bro, and being there, and the Egyptians even recorded the plagues of Egypt. So let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it, bro. So I can show you, bro. So there is a record, but that record is basically hidden away. So when I found it, bro, I had to share it. So it's pretty wild, man. It's pretty intense. Because even you have a lot of the Kemetic community basically saying that there's no record of the Israelites, of the so-called Israelites being in Egypt. Well, that's true because they try to erase the memory of Israel being in Egypt, but they forgot one record, bro. And there's this papyrus that I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you this real quick. Hold on. Anyways, as a matter of fact, let me just show you these gypsies right here. I don't know if you can see these gypsies, bro. See, these Latino looking gypsies, bro. See. You see, more gypsies, bro. Don't they look like Hispanics, bro? Don't they look like some Mexicans or like Salvadorians or whatever they like? See that? Hold on. Just stick around. I'm about to show you guys the records of us being in Egypt. It's all the way down here, bro. Hold on. I made this post many years ago, bro, but it's worth it, bro, because that's the proof of us being there. That's also the proof of the Exodus too. Thank you, bro. It's just chilling, man. Chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling, man. Hopefully I can find it, man. I don't know where I left that post. We're chilling, man. We're chilling. Right here. There it is. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. False alarm. Hopefully I can find it, man, because I really want to show you guys that one. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, bro. Just give me a minute. I know I had that post, but I don't know when I posted it, because I posted it I don't know, 6 years ago. Hold on. Shalom Trujillo, welcome to live. No, not yet, bro. I'm gonna see. Maybe next. I'll let you guys know ahead of time if we're gonna switch it to Wednesday. But thanks for coming on, man. Shalom. Uh, cool word, bro. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I found it. I found it. So this is called the Ipur papyrus. Ipur papyrus, right? It says in the early 19th century, a papyrus dating from the end of the Middle Kingdom was found in Egypt. It was taken to the Leiden Museum in Holland and interpreted by A.H. Gardiner in 1909. The complete papyrus can be found in the book Admonitions of an Egyptian from a hieratic 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 papyrus in Leiden. The papyrus describes violent upheavals in Egypt, starvation, drought, escape of slaves, you see, with the wealth of Egyptians, and death throughout the land. The papyrus was written by an Egyptian named Ipuwer and appears to be an eyewitness account of the effects of the Exodus plagues from the perspective of an average Egyptian. Below are excerpts from the papyrus together with their uh, parallels in the book of Exodus. So, for example, you got uh, in the papyrus, you have the plague is throughout the land, blood is everywhere. And we can read in the book of Exodus in 7:20, all the waters of the river were turned to blood. The river is blood, 2:10. Men shrink from tasting human beings and thirst after water. There was blood throughout all the land of Egypt, and the river stank. That is our water, that is our happiness. What shall we do in respect thereof? All is ruin. And all the Egyptians dug around the river for water to drink, for they could not drink of the water of the river. Exodus 7:24. I mean, there are records. I think this might be the only record of our people being in Egypt. But this is basically an account of an average Egyptian, and it's called the Ipuwer papyrus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Ipuwer Ap Ipuwer papyrus. That's basically what it's called. So you brothers can go check it out. Is there? Anyways, anybody else? We might signed out. Shalom, shalom. Anybody else? Anybody else? Any questions? Let me know. I'm gonna sign out. I'm pretty tired, bro. But thanks for coming on, everybody else. Thanks for checking us out once again. I will let you guys know when I switch it to Wednesdays. So for now on, stick around with Mondays and Fridays. And I'll give you guys heads up for the switch. So once again, shalom everybody. This was the Ancient Watchman with Monday Night Smoke. And you know we're always here on Mondays, and we always invite a lot of these campers from One West to come and debate that cause. They never want to show up ever, bro. You got Fob talking a lot of crap against us. You got all these leaders from the One West Semitic camps lying, saying that we are a Latino only group when we're not. We made it clear many times over, bro. So why do they keep lying? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why the agenda, bro? You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, shalom everybody. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for checking us out. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you around Friday night, Miami. Stick around. Other than that, check us out. Give us a like. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, before I log out, anybody else have any questions? Anybody else want me to address anything or speak on something? Let me know before I log out. Other than that, thanks for checking us out. Once again, we're always here, man. You know, trying to answer questions, trying to address the lies or debunking stuff, because that's basically what we're in. We're in the business of debunking a lot of the stuff that people are teaching today. So, Aaron, shalom, bro. I hope I answered your question as far as the papyrus. I think that's the only record of us being in Egypt. So, you know, hopefully I answered your question. Other than that, thanks for checking us out, man. You guys have a great night. We'll see you around on Monday, Friday night, Miami. Shalom. Have a great night. Victor, yeah, you came a little late, bro, but yeah, you have a great night. Check the video out tomorrow. Also, don't forget to check out Jose Vegas's breakdown on the two lineages of in Matthew and the book of Luke about Christ. I'm most likely gonna post it on our channel this week, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, you guys have a great night. We'll see you around. Shalom. Thanks for tuning in.